Yo.
What's up, gamers? Yeah, Brightside, we weren't... Oh, Jesus, I'm too loud. Sorry, guys. We weren't terribly sure about how you would take the joke, but it's meant to be like... It's a line from the game. You'll see. It's fun. I was gonna message you about it, but yeah, it's we love you, bro. Don't worry about it. We're not trying to throw any shade or anything.
All right, I'm just gonna get going.
Yeah, let it rip, brother. Tony, do you want to talk about GEX a little bit as you get into this? Like, what are your thoughts?
We'll see. It's been a long time. I used to play this game a lot on N64. I was telling Vince I could probably have speed ran it in like a no glitches type way because I would just play it so much that I kind of knew a lot of the game inside and out. But we'll see if I can remember what to do here.
Tony, I can't really hear game sound at all on stream. Let me crank it real quick and I'll be quiet.
Turn it up a little.
Hey, what's up, FICO?
Let me know if that's better.
Yeah, it's a lot better. Okay. What's up, Omni?
All right. Swing the camera view all the way around. Okay. So I do know that this remaster comes with some updated controls. I was reading that on the N64 and the PlayStation. It was like X, Y digital controls basically, so you could only move in 4 directions technically, but now they're full analog, and you have like camera controls now because the camera used to be notoriously really bad.
Oh, dude, I remember that. You give me flashbacks. Yeah. Okay, so they actually improved it a bit. That's cool.
A little bit, yeah. So, kind of Mario 64-esque game. We gotta go into each of these levels through their TVs. The entire game is kind of TV and movie themed. And get these remotes. I think there's 3 in each level that you can see at the top. And then, yeah. This first one is like cartoon themed. There's a lot of like Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd references and stuff. But this is also where we should potentially hear the line that the title of the stream is based on.
Hey, I feel like I'm trapped in Boy George's pants.
Yep, the one-liners are very epic. So the joke was always that we were going to play this game and Vince was going to explain to me what all the references mean because I don't get most of them.
That's fair. Yeah, how's the game sound, guys? Is it good? It seems okay to me.
Yeah, let me know.
That's your spot.
Okay. So I think this is the goal of another one of the levels, potentially, the TV thing. So we're looking for something like that at the end of this one, I believe.
This is, this was on N64, right?
PlayStation originally, and then N64, I think it was like a port a little bit later on.
FICO, you're an adult, man. You know, make decisions that you're comfortable with later in life, you know? Acid Hex says, don't go in that hole.
Note to self, don't drink tap water at...
There it is!
There it is. Nice.
Note to self, don't drink the tap water at Brightsidemovement's house.
Jeez, I'm gonna get that one. Oh, interesting. There's like a save state.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, so you can like save scum through this? Interesting.
Guess so. I feel like there's a way to like extra high jump. Oh, maybe it's just double bounce or something. Can't remember how to get up there. Might have to come back. What do you do?
Say hello to the floor.
Yeah, say hello to the floor. Yeah, how you doing, Brightside? Great seeing you, homie.
Did you figure out your lighting problem? I guess you said it just went away when you did a rebuild, huh?
Put it in the peanut butter. Nice, dude. I think like game design from this era is really interesting because like how do you know those carrots are breakable, right?
Yeah, and
You don't. You just
you kind of just go around the game and you hit everything until you kind of know what's breakable and what's not. Yeah.
Yes, dude. He says lighting's all good. Now adding sounds and hopefully the demo is near complete. Good shit, bro.
Oh, nice, dude.
Very cool. He is on the bright side now. Add a strobe light, Acid Hex? Yeah. I'm pretty sure Brightside's like whole house is lit with strobe lights.
These fly things do something. Let's try to eat them and see what happens. Oh, that one was a life. Okay.
I think the flies are all life. I remember that. There's like a golden one that gives you like it's like a Mario star, I think.
Mm-hmm.
To see the world as Keith Richards does.
What the fuck? There's all of these like really weird like boomer fucking jokes about like I guess they're like Gen X jokes, right? In this game, like there was no shot there were any adults at this time playing video games, let alone this video game. So it's like all for kids, and you're like, what do you mean?
Damn IRS.
At 1K subs, will I play Roblox?
Yeah.
I mean, if you donate 1K subs,
that's what I'm saying.
I'll play Roblox, bro. Yes, anime, it's Gex, dude. Tony is in fucking gecko attire. He's got, look above his head, he's got a gecko picture. He's got the gecko shirt.
Yep.
Show him the back of the shirt, Tony. You guys got to see this shit. It goes hard as fuck. Fucking Dayglow gecko. Let's go, dude. Also, that shirt changes color.
Yeah, it gets darker when it gets colder.
You know what I hate Gen X influencers? I mean, I got beef with Gen X. But I'm like on the edge of Gen X and millennial. So, I don't know. I don't know how it goes, man. FICO wants you to, quote, take it off, Tonky.
No.
Yeah, it kind of does have active camo. He showed me. He has like a Taco Bell cup, and he like pressed it against it, and it got like dark purple in the spot.
Yeah, you can see like
There you go.
it's darker.
He's purpling now.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yeah. Sorry, anime also told you to take off the shirt, Tony.
I'm still gonna say no, but with less disdain than for Carter.
Then for FICO. Yeah, no, I just missed his joke entirely.
Ooh.
Dude, wait, I just know you're a fucking kangaroo now? What is happening?
No, I'm a bunny rabbit because it's like a Bugs Bunny gag without
yeah.
Elmer Fudd. I think the whole, when I was coming on here, it said something on a play on rabbit season.
Would Cheech and or Chong report to the front desk?
There you go, Brightside. Would Cheech and or Chong report to the front desk?
I know who they are.
Like, imagine like a, you know...
I definitely probably didn't know who Cheech and Chong were when I played this game originally.
Imagine like an 8 to 15-year-old playing this being like, what the fuck is he
In
talking about?
1998 or so. Yeah.
I think I was like 15 or 16. No, 98. Yeah, I turned 18 in 2001. I don't know, man. I don't even know how old I am. I'm old, guys. Who is Cheek Chong? Yo, what's up, Illy? FICO asked who Cheek Chong is. I'm just gonna let
you field that one.
I'm gonna let that float out there. FICO also said, "I love my air fryer," and anime figurine said, "Real." Yeah, $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand.
You guys know air fryers are just convection ovens that have been given a new name by marketing people, right?
Yup. Tony out here with the big fryer conspiracy.
Ooh, we got the silver remote for collecting all the TNTs, I think. Let's go.
Yes, let's go, dude.
This level, I think, has had 4 different pickup things so far. There was like carrots, and then there was TNT things, and there was something else I can't remember.
You guys are fucking hilarious. So a chat is now attempting to answer FICO's question about Cheek Chong. Anime says Call of Duty skins. Look them up. Brightside said ancient Chinese leader. There we go. Artificial Sky is continuing the quote from Jay and Silent Bob. Or no, it was Clerks. Clerks 2. COD skins rip. Yes. Oh wee yo.
What's the Clerks 2? What?
$15, little man. Put that shit in my
God.
hand. If that money doesn't show you, owe me, oh wee yo.
Father.
Jungle
That's
Love.
originally from
Oh
Clerks?
yo.
I just assumed that Jay and Silent Bob were quoting that from something else.
I think it was just a line from Clerks. It was weird. And when he said Jungle Love, he was like referencing a new wave 80s song.
This is like a luau at Mel Blanc's house.
What is this guy?
What do you mean dark side? Nah, dude, bright side is always positive. The man is chilling. The vibes are fucking clean.
Brightsidemovement, his evil twin.
I can't imagine, dude. Dark side would be depressing. Am I dark side movement? Fuck. I'm the depressing guy. OG source is Kevin Smith, right? Yeah. Oh, FICO says I am dark side movement. Damn it, bro. Oh, FICO, Katie fucked her hand up, dude. She's got like a tendon injury. Might have blown a pulley. We saw her at the gym today. She was tripping. She got her hand all taped up and shit. Oh, FICO says he wants to text your wife because he got some plants.
I mean, she's a free human. You don't have to ask my permission. You of all people.
Yeah, it's your month, Carter. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can send
You
people
don't,
text.
you don't have to ask permission this month.
Yeah, Katie's really bummed, dude. She's only been climbing like, V3, V4 boulders and just taking it really easy. FICO says, yo, I ain't gay, bruh. Okay. Okay, buddy. Yeah, Anime, Sarah still climbs. She's now bringing her boyfriend around, who also climbs, but he climbs lead and top rope. Artificial Sky, I don't know if that offer extends to you. He said Tony's wife confirmed free for chat. Yeah, Sarah's got a boyfriend now. I think his name is Tristan? I don't know.
But we got a pimp strutting sign. I don't remember seeing that in the past.
Yeah, he's a pilot. Yeah, we talked about it. Or like learning to become a pilot. The sign was made for you? He's adorable and nice. I don't know if I would say he's adorable. He's like a guy. He looks like a guy. Oh, anime is so nice to FICO. Just like you for real. Wow, FICO. Don't fucking... I'm not reading that. Oh my god.
We're on the road to nowhere.
Chat, you're embarrassing me. Say things that I can repeat out loud. Oh, I need to go into streamer mode. That's what I wanted. Hey, there we go. No, I don't get the beep boops. Oh my god, you guys.
We did it.
Yes, good job, Tony. Thank you. Give me something else to talk about.
Okay, there's a hidden one that we still need to find. Okay.
It's tail time.
Tail time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what kind of reference that is, man.
He's a gecko. He has a tail. I don't know if it's deeper than that.
Why can't he remove his tail and like throw it or something? I feel like that should have been a part of Gex.
Would Cheech and or Chong
Oh.
report to the front desk?
He's calling out Cheech and Chong again.
Is the implication like you smoke weed and then like the world becomes a cartoon?
I don't even know. Yeah, actually, that kind of makes sense. He's like, this is crazy. Look at me in cartoon.
Slip of the tongue.
The slip of the tongue.
It's so weird.
I feel like maybe the hidden one is like there or like.
It's not Cheek Chong, bro. It's Cheech and or Chong. Cheech Marin.
There's
And
definitely
Tommy-
a part of, I think it's a New Girl, where the like Russian mail order bride girl calls Mickey Mouse Mick Mouse, and Cheech Chong is really reminding me of Mick Mouse right now.
He's saying Cheek Chong. He's not even
Or
saying
Cheech Chong.
Cheek. Yeah. Yo, get him, Tony. Oh, dude, Tony's goated with this. Oh, shit. My bad, Brightside. I didn't know. Brightside said his father's name is Cheek Chong.
Okay.
I think Acid Hex is probably fucking dying right now because he just wrote Cheek Chong. That's it. I think he's like losing it.
Wow, God.
You Cheek and Chongs, bro? You guys are silly geese. Gooses, as they say. Nice, dude. Wrecked.
Yeah, dude, you said it reminds him of a luau at Mel Brooks' house.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, hey, Queen Anne. Yes, there's a bunch of Looney Tunes references all over. This is crazy. So in this game, you do... It's almost like pop culture Mario 64, if that makes sense. Or like Banjo-Kazooie, kind of. So each level is like a different pop culture reference. This first one is like Looney Tunes cartoons. Anime says, why did you guys decide to play Gex today? Did it come out yesterday, Tony, or on Monday? Yeah. Okay. So this is like one of Tony's favorite childhood games. So yeah, and we were talking about it a bunch, and he didn't even know that it got like remastered and re-released. And I was like, bro, did you know? And he's like, what? And I was like, please play it on.
Like the joke about like we play Gex and Vince explains the jokes to me is something we've talked about for like a year. So it just like was a happy accident. So
hey, what's up, Gray Product? Yeah, dude, that's why we're playing it. This is like just OG shit. Like the nostalgia's hitting. Yeah, this is a re-release. It just came out remastered. Tony was talking about the camera controls got updated because back in the day it only had single stick.
That published it. It's called like Throwback Games, but like something like that.
Yeah, I'll look it up. You want to see who published the remake?
Yeah, they have this thing, I think it's called the Carbon Engine or something like that, but it's this process that they can run old games through that basically will make them compatible with like
limited run
X10 and limited run games. So they can do this thing that makes old games work with like DirectX 10 and 11, which is the graphics API that's used on Windows 10 and 11. Otherwise, these games, in a lot of cases, wouldn't run. You would have to like emulate them from a console. That'd probably be the best way to play it on PC usually.
Yeah, I'm glad that Queen Anne said. I sure hope so. Yo, correct, Gray Product. FICO's wilding out in chat. Anime. It comes with this. You said this was GEX 3, Tony?
This is GEX 2.
2. Okay, so the first one was like pixel art, like kind of like Donkey Kong Country, where it was like the converted 3D model to what, like a sprite sheet or something like that.
I'm not sure if OG GEX is like that, but I haven't actually played it, so I can't say for sure. I think it looked like it was more just like traditional like 16-bit art of that era.
Artificial Sky says, "Would Jeep and/or John please come to the front desk?" Yes.
That's a good one.
Wait, how are you? When did it get snowy? I looked away for a
There
second.
was just like this spot, but now I like am stuck. And now it's tail time, I guess.
Oh shit, anime, that would be actually really good. I hope Sony does this for the OG Ratchet and Clank, Jack and Daxter, and Sly Cooper games one day. Yeah, dude.
Dude, I just have happened to like stumble upon some random YouTuber doing like, can you beat Ratchet and Clank without using Clank type videos, and it has made me extremely nostalgic to go back and play Ratchet and Clank.
Those games didn't hit for me, but I recognize that they're really, really good.
Especially like some of the, like, after the first one, they just kind of started going like really crazy and creative with like the guns and stuff that you could do with it. I thought it was really fun.
Wait, for real, anime? Anime says I play them yearly still.
Nice.
That's sick, dude.
It made me definitely want to like, I'd probably just like boot up an emulator or something and also play Jack and Daxter, because I think OG Jack and Daxter is
Okay.
is one of the better games ever made.
Did you understand that reference?
What?
He said they call me Flipper.
No.
Okay. There was a show, I think in like the 70s, called Flipper, and it was about a dolphin that was like Lassie, and Flipper.
I've seen like the movie Flipper.
Dude.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
It's based off of the show, but that was the jingle or like the intro song. They call him Flipper, faster than lightning.
I didn't
Some
even
shit
know
like
there
that.
was a
It's
TV
so
show.
fucking
That's
weird. Flipper.
Pardon my tongue, darling.
1964, dude.
Wow. And it was
Definitely-
a real dolphin? They were like
Yeah.
doing
Oh,
animal
yeah.
acting in
Oh,
the 60s?
yeah.
That's
Oh
crazy.
yeah, dude. Have you seen Mr. Ed or like Green Acres? It was like kind
I
of
mean,
along
yeah,
the lines of
For
that.
sure, but like a dolphin seems a little more extreme than that.
It was basically like a lot of montage shots of the dolphin like making dolphin sounds at the camera from like the water,
Okay.
and they'd be like, "Hey Flipper, how's it going?" And he'd be like,
Do you know the story of the scientist lady who like lived?
Oh, yeah.
in
Oh, I know
the
about that.
I don't know if I need to say the end of the story, but it's
Yeah.
a very famous story. Oh, look at
Speaking
this-
of not drinking the
Look at
tap
weed
water
sign
ad,
back here.
keep off the grass, man.
Nice.
Like, why are there so many like drug references in this game?
If you
That
guys
the
smoke
game
weed,
was
this
meant
is
for
what
kids.
your
It's
entire
like-
life is gonna turn into, so you better be careful.
Tony, it explains so much, man. I feel like this is what happened to you.
Like, this is why I see Elmer Fudd when I go to the grocery store. Okay, I swear that was 4 purple mushrooms. Isn't that what? 5 purple mushrooms. Okay.
How you doing today, Queen Anne? Also, lovely to see you again. Wonderful. Yeah, he's definitely licking the rainbow. That's like how he does his thing. That's his like mantle ledge grab. He uses his tongue, and then he will often say, "A slip of the tongue."
A slip of the tongue. Or pardon my tongue, darling. Something like that.
So weird.
I looked up how many voice lines are in this game, and it is legitimately like 700 or something. I
That's
had no
crazy.
idea.
Oh, trying to figure out tile sets today. Awesome. I hope your meeting went well with the art director yesterday. Yeah, Acid Hex. This is like, is this reminding you of like being a kid? Because it definitely is for me. Like, I was a teenager, you know, like the shitty teenage years, like 15 to 17 when this shit came out. So
I do kind of have a memory of like like I kind of explained to you, like I just saw like this game at like the movie rental place that had a gecko on it, and you know my
100%.
adolescence just like needed to own it, and I didn't even really care what it was. But like I didn't know what this game was going to be, and so there was like a long time where like I knew it was going to be coming out and I was going to be able to play it, but I didn't know anything about it. And then like I kind of remember like getting it and playing it and being like, not necessarily what I expected it to be, but like, you know, like still enjoying it.
Yeah, that's exactly how I played it too. Blockbuster, I played this and like Buck Bumble and Revolt and like a bunch of those weird ass games. Turning Cog with a contentious remark. Why are you playing this old game? It would never get a remaster in our current climate. Dog, it's remastered. That's why he's playing it.
Dude, I would have said that exact statement like 3 days ago, probably verbatim. Like, nobody appreciates GEX. They'll never do anything with it. And here we are. We just pimp strutting, you know?
No, I'm not going to watch Steal My Sunshine video. That song, like, doesn't leave my brain because it was played everywhere all the time. And I hate it so much. Queen Anne says, yeah, I did. I brought up lighting design. They did an additional playtest of the prototype, which did help things. That's fantastic. Yeah, I'm really glad that you got to talk about that, and that's cool. I hope we helped. Yeah, you're making a cool game. It's very difficult, so I feel you. I know where you're at. Forget about it. That's like generic, maybe Goodfellas type shit.
Yep.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm happy to help, Queen Anne. You can mute the music. Bro, it's atmosphere. What do you mean? No, Turning Cog. It's literally just on Steam. Limited Run Games did the remaster, and they kind of like shadow dropped it, and it was yesterday or some shit like that, or Tuesday. Yeah.
And it's on. It looked like it was on like everything, like Steam, all the consoles. You can get it on GOG if you prefer that.
Yep. I'm pretty sure that was a Jaws reference when he yelled shark.
Probably. Although I feel like there's probably a level that's more thematically Jaws than this, if I had to guess.
Oh, for the music video. Yeah, nah, dude. I'm very aware of the Len music video. No, thank you. It's like fucking... Who's that stupid band with that guy, Mark? The I Just Want to Fly band? Sugar Ray? Is that it? Same shit.
I think the lead singer of Sugar Ray's name is Mark, yes.
I just want to fly. That whole era of music, I was just listening to 9 Inch Nails, so I lucked out. I did not participate in popular music then. Mark McGrath, Mr. Frosted Tips, correct, Turning Cog. That was it. I did watch a lot of MTV at the time.
I met him because he was the producer of like one of my ex-girlfriend's bands.
Oh no shit, nice. Yeah. Was he a chill guy?
He's probably
he was what you'd expect.
Yeah, definitely. He was pretty nice. Like, you know, not too bad. Could be much worse, definitely.
He wasn't like, who the fuck are you? Get me a Diet Coke.
No. Yeah, he was pretty friendly. All right, well, we're looking for 1 purple mushroom, and then we're done with this. So I kind of thought maybe they would like do a weird thing and have 4 of them out here, and then like put 1 at the end of the cartoon part, but that was not the case. So probably out here somewhere.
Looks like Bugs Bunny after the trucks.
I don't know what he just said.
Bugs Bunny after the what? The trucks?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude?
What kind of trucks?
Bro, he's tripping. Am I saying that Tony has intern vibes?
Why am I an intern?
Yeah, what do you mean? Oh, to like be like, go get me a Diet Coke? No, I was just saying like that was like probable, you know, celebrity behavior of like, I don't know you. Bring me something.
Oh, we've 100% at level 1. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't really understand why I played this game back in the day. It was probably like Gecko seems kind of cool, and he's like James Bond Gecko. That's all I can think of. Oh, Gilligex Isle. Is that what that one was called, or is that the next one to go to?
That's the boss. So, you know, this is a boss fight, and then over here, let's see if this one is open. This one's probably open. Yeah. So this is Smell Razor.
It's tail time!
Oh,
once
Smell Razor.
5 the Haunted Mansion, smash 5 blood coolers, ride the haunted elevator. I feel like this is the one I remember probably the most.
It beats the metal.
I remember the like Kung Fu Hustle type level.
Okay.
That's the one I remember the most.
This is
I
the
just
one
thought it
where
was
he's going to
really
go,
weird.
this reminds me of Halloween at Rip Taylor's. And I have no idea what that means.
Yep.
No haunting before 10 p.m.
I feel like Halloween at Rip Taylor's is like an edgy, maybe slightly disparaging of the LGBT community type joke, but I could be way off base there.
Well, I feel like that's a skip that I never knew. Interesting.
Brightside says I'm right. Okay, thank you. I don't really know who Rip Taylor is. I think he was in Men in Black, right? Hang on. Hang the fuck on.
Was he the cockroach guy that pulls his face skin back?
No, he was Zed. He was the MIB boss man.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes, 100% Brightside. He was like the most outed, closeted guy in Hollywood.
Interesting. Well, then I guess it just begs the question, like, why is this, like,
A little tongue
you
now,
know,
a lot of tail.
I guess I would say, like, legitimately spooky scenery than, like, Halloween at Rip Taylor's.
That's what I was saying. It's like potentially a tacit, you know, phobic joke, or you know,
No. Like, gay people are scary? Okay.
yeah, that type of
Got
shit.
it,
Yeah.
okay, got it.
Oh shit, you got wall climbing? Let's go, dude. The gecko uses his gecko stuff.
Yeah, so, like, to your point about, like, no indication that you could break things, like, never any indication that you can climb things, but you just gotta kind of, like, jump your gecko on stuff, and every once in a while you can do it. I always remember this was fun. You get this, like, fire thing. You can kind of, like, leave a trail. It hangs around for a while.
Nice. Top tier VFX.
I was reading that this game was one of the early games to use skeletal meshes for the characters and animations. And
Oh,
they were
sick.
doing different techniques before this.
Oh, FICO, are you still here? I assume FICO's already gone. He comes in, says a bunch of shit, and then just vanishes.
I don't remember what that does, but we'll find out.
I am most certainly not in the vicinity of Kansas anymore.
Okay.
Okay, that was Wizard of Oz.
Yep. I think there's a Wizard of Oz level, but that could be in GEX 3. I don't remember. Step into the light. Can't remember what this makes happen. Oh, he hurts you unless you're in the light.
Yeah, DMCA free Wizard of Oz reference. But of course, this is like way before DMCA's even existed. So like, they were just risking getting sued by whoever owned the IP.
Oh yeah, because these were like, you know, put on cartridges and discs and stuff and sent to retail. Like, you couldn't take it back.
Reminds me of Halloween at Rip Taylor's house. Haha.
I think if you spin this guy around enough, he dies, maybe. Or maybe that's Mario. Oh, that's Mario. Yeah.
Licking my way to the top.
Oh, he's licking his way to the top. All right.
Now we're collecting Jason masks. This one push in too? Nope.
I don't find this like very spooky. Was it spooky to you back in the day?
No, I don't think so, really. And I did, like, definitely find spooky games spooky, but I don't think this one ever really bothered me.
Was not spooky, says Turning Cog. Yeah, I felt the same way. Did GEX, like... Was GEX made by Rare? No, Crystal Dynamics. That's who did it. RIP. Crystal Dynamics is also gone, thanks to Embracer Group.
What does Square Enix have to do with this? Because they were one of the things that was listed when I started it. They were actually listed before, whatever the publisher that we were just talking about, the remaster to this.
They were published, the original publisher. So Crystal Dynamics made the game and Square Enix published. Very weird collab. Probably because it was Nintendo or Sony, so they needed a Japanese publisher to get on the consoles. That would be my assumption. Queen Anne, one thing we're trying is having 2 tile sets, one for the ground tiles, one for the thick outlines. That way we can have the floor tiles available to us to use anywhere and still have a strong outline, but it's getting complicated. Yeah, I can imagine. That would be really tough. They didn't try to remaster it with full ray tracing and dynamic lighting. Whack.
If you go and you read the Steam reviews, there are people who wrote stuff like that for sure.
That's pretty funny. It says the man with baked lighting. Bro, it's totally fine.
People are like upset. They're like, it's just the games it runs on Steam. It's like, what did you want it to be?
Yup. Yeah, like you can play the game again without a retro console. Isn't there like a whole fucking movement for that shit of like archiving games that'll be locked forever?
I'm not sure that there's another way to play this on like a computer otherwise, unless you want to emulate. So, I don't know. It might have been interesting for them to like clean some stuff up. I know like the graphics are like able to run at 1080p and stuff. Like they're stuck at 4:3 in previous versions and stuff. So they did that. They cleaned up the controls. Oh, this is the same thing they do in the Haunted Mansion at Disney World, isn't it?
They're totally biting the Haunted Mansion, and I think
now I've seen that, so I know what you're talking about.
They got away with the Mona Lisa there because it's not actually Mona Lisa. The background's different, and she's a mermaid. So that's probably how they avoided like arts, copyright infringement on that. Also, people just didn't care about video games back then. It's like you could put pretty much anything in a video game and no one would really sue you because they're like, who plays video games? It's not a big deal. Us kids, man, that's who's playing video games.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Another forget about it.
They're like, boss, I don't know how we're gonna show Gex under the water. What should we do? And he's like, just make his body a little transparent. It'll be fine. Look at you can see like his toes through his legs and stuff.
What are you gonna do?
What did he just say?
I think he said like, it's the Matterhorn. What are you gonna do? It doesn't make any sense.
That's so weird.
That's what it sounded like.
Now we need a Gen 4 AC remaster. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm like somewhat anti-remasters because I want new stuff. But that's just me. I do appreciate a good remaster. Admittedly. And I own several. Mostly I have to do combinatorics to figure out how many types of shapes we need. Oh, no. That's a nightmare, Queen Anne. I do not envy that job.
We accidentally got the third remote. We returned for the first one, but we got both of the white ones. So now we just run through the other two real quick.
Yeah, I can imagine that's where you're struggling. That's tough. Anime says I want an Elden Ring Night Rain remaster, TBH. Yeah, that'd probably go pretty hard, man.
There's only one game that needs a remaster, and I think we all know what it is.
Does it start with a B?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, Artificial Sky. I'd rather get a Bloodborne, port or remaster before. Yeah, Bloodborner. Yeah, exactly. I'd rather get that than an Armored Core Gen 4 remaster. Honestly, I love Armored Core, but I think that would be better. I mean,
I would like to
own
play
Gen 4. It's over there.
AC4 at some point. Of all of them, from what I know, it looks very fun.
Please explain combinatorics. So Queen Anne is doing like a matrix of which art things can go together. So she has to basically go through like all the fucking tile sets for their environment art and see which ones work and which ones don't. It's a lot of stuff. Basically comparing like, here's one, here are all the possible combinations with it. Here's the next one, here are all the possible combinations with it. Just to make sure there's like cohesion in the art style. And that's, ugh. But also potentially for, you know, coding. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, so feel free to answer that question on your own if you want to, Queen Anne. And correct me if you want to. I could have been totally wrong. Yeah, dude, I feel that. My brain's not braining today either. I agree, Artificial Sky, but like, you know, we're not entitled to that shit. Like, these guys make their stuff and they, you know, we get what they choose to make and we appreciate it. And, you know, I think whinging is not necessarily going to be a way to get what we want. What's the GW paint book? Yeah, Queen Anne, I hope I did your task justice. I didn't even beat Fires of Rubicon yet? Oh, really? I thought you did, bro. I've got like half of my S ranks, and that's the last achievement I need. I'm honestly being really lazy about that. I should just finish that shit and get my S ranks. I'm kind of ashamed of myself for not doing it. $75% of the way through to play other new games. So anime...
That's like where I'm at too, basically.
Yeah, and Fires of Rubicon isn't actually beaten until you do NG Plus and NG Plus Plus. You get new missions in NG Plus and NG Plus Plus. You don't get very many, but you get some new options along the campaign progression.
And you don't see the end until the end of the third one, right?
Yep. I still maintain that AC pilots are like AI and not actual, you know, it's like a simulation for them and they think that they're alive, but they're not. Did you finish Blueprints? My wife did, for sure. So I've been playing with her a little bit, like off stream, whatever, you know, just like hanging out, and she'll be like, go over here, do that, because she really likes that game. It's not really my type of game, but oh, Games Workshop. Bro, you can't use circular logic to define things. A catalog of every GW paint on every printer airbrushed onto a base plate. Okay, Queen Anne says, yeah, combinatorics is a stats field where you can count things, or sorry, where you count things and combinations of things, I'd say. For this task, it's more like making sure we have all of the lines we need to make any level shape. Yes. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's definitely more design. That I didn't describe it well enough there. Given that we can flip and rotate lines, we don't need every shape possible. Yeah. So you're talking about like the palette, for lack of a better term, that like a level designer would use. I don't know if you're doing PCG levels or anything, but yeah, you got to be like, hey, you're making the arbitrary example springtime level, right? Like here are your palette pieces. Don't deviate from this, right?
It's tail time.
Every AC pilot is Keanu Reeves. I mean, I hope so.
I don't think that's canon.
It's 100% not canon. They already
It was
said
fun, but it's not canon.
yeah. I love when he does the fucking Sistine Chapel thing and just pushes his finger through the guy's head. That's so cool.
Yeah, but I'm definitely more in the camp of like it's just a brain in there, because the human body wouldn't fare very well.
Yeah, they're like 4 stories tall. Like the mass of moving that, the G-forces inside of it would be absurd. You would just turn to jelly immediately.
But if you have no organs or nerves or anything, and you're just a brain, it'd be fun.
Yep. Yeah, I would argue you couldn't even be like an organic brain unless you were like in a pressurized fluid that didn't.
It would be probably in a
Yeah.
vacuum or something. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Dude, you are crushing this game. You weren't fucking kidding. I love it.
I don't like specifically remember what to do, but I'm just kind of like running on like a lizard brain, no pun intended, instinct, and it's going okay. So
Lizard brain, he said it, chat. He said the thing. Indigestion? Oh, bro. Can't eat spicy food.
it was a firefly. For the pun, you know.
I like that.
I am the god of hellfire.
What the fuck? I am the god of hellfire.
There's plenty more where this came from, baby.
Turning cog, there might be some like graphic design programs that would help with that. I'm not sure what. And actually, as I'm thinking about it, Queen Anne, that might be really useful. I used one for wires markup called like, oh, started with an M, but this is like fucking 10 years ago. Tony, you might know of some better ones.
I don't do much 2D.
Yeah, or just like graphic design combinatorics, I guess, for like style sheets and design languages. I don't fucking know. I'm sorry. This is like way out.
Nothing more advanced than like Adobe Bridge is what I would have used for something like that back in the day. But
Yeah.
Pardon my tongue, darling.
That is an inappropriate voice line.
Live of the tongue, baby.
Bro, chill, Gex.
that was what?
Was that an Austin Powers? Yeah.
I think so. Okay, we got 3. How many we got? 5 blood coolers. Okay.
Oh, okay. No, I'm basically trying to figure out the ones we need, and then an artist will draw the lines. We'd probably need like 15 tiles if we're clever about it.
Nice.
Nice. I would say like over plan, maybe. Like kind of go for like all possible combinations and then whittle that down to like an MVP, right? Like give yourself the room to just be very silly with it and then look over everything you created and be like, all right, what do I absolutely need and then what do I not need, you know? Yeah. But I definitely think you're probably more of an expert than I am at this this specific task. Which reminds me, I'm doing a terrible job being an art director. I need to talk to someone real quick. Where was that? Art channel.
Yeah.
Are you after that old sandwich in my pocket?
What else we got? Hanging skeleton. What's this guy? Oh shit! We got a whole menu over here. What is this? It's like Persona 5.
Yes, exactly, Turning Cog. I really like that the dev community is much more emotional support than technical support. Yeah, dude. Usually, I think I was saying this the other day, like, every time you make a video game, it doesn't matter what game you're making, but you're always dealing with a brand new set of problems that no one's really ever solved before.
So I was
So,
gonna say
like,
there's no dev
yeah.
support because you're solving an unsolvable problem almost
Yeah.
every time. Yeah.
I think it'll flow a bit better if I allow redundancy for the start. Yeah, totally.
Shaka, bro.
You were reminded of P5? What's P5 in this context?
Persona 5. This GEX menu that I'll pull up here, it looks like Persona.
Oh yeah, it really does. That's crazy.
I just randomly clicked the right stick in and that appeared.
That's like 1-for-1.
Yeah.
Like the same font and shit. That's insane.
Where's this last?
Hey, what's up, push button?
Blood cooler.
Axe in the chest for Scatman Crothers.
Push
Scatman
button.
Crothers. Who's that?
Wait, what was it?
Something about Scatman Crothers.
Old Man Carruthers? I don't know, man. Let me look up Scatman Carruthers.
Can we go back up here?
Scatman Crothers. American actor and musician. Died in 1986.
It's not the Scatman song, is it?
No, Scatman Crothers and Red Fox did stuff together.
Okay. Are we soft
He-
down here now?
He's most well known for playing Louis the Garbage Man on the TV show Chico and the Man. Oh, he was Dick Halloran in The Shining.
Not a movie I've seen. Not
Wait,
gonna lie.
Stanley Kubrick's The Shining? I thought
Yeah.
that was Stanley Kubrick?
Mhm.
I thought, oh, yeah, it was Stephen King wrote it, though, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's it, okay. 30C? That's cold, bro. Isn't that below freezing? I'm kidding.
Oh wait, we can. How do you do the?
No, I definitely have seen The Shining. I thought it was Stephen King that directed it, but it's obviously Stanley Kubrick. That's what confused me. Yeah, it's definitely hot here too, push button. And the crazy thing is that my air conditioner is really good in my house, which you guys probably also don't have in UK, is air conditioning. So I have to use a space heater in my office because it's on the bottom floor of the house in the basement, and it gets very cold. It'll be like 58F in my office, and it's like, 70 degrees F on the second floor or some shit like that.
It's tail time.
Yeah, I think he did, Queen Anne. I think he was not happy with how that movie went. I have a fan. It's blowing warm air at me. Yeah, bro, I feel that. At least it's humid so that it'll be like cooling, because like dry heat just keeps you hot.
All right, we gotta try this again.
Oh, what happened? I missed it.
I guess if you go down the haunted mansion elevator thing, you can't go back up, and I don't think what I needed was down there. So
Yeah, I can kind of feel that turning cog. It would be weird to like
Here's Johnny.
sell-
That's the Shining reference, yeah.
Yes, that is.
Okay.
I feel like it would be difficult to license your work. Like, there's a lot of famous occurrences of that where someone's like, I really fucking hate that this is used everywhere. Like, I'm assuming the Eric Prydz Call on Me song has been licensed to a billion things, and Eric Prydz fucking hates it. I mean, you've told
Finally
me
played
that.
it this year, but before that, yep.
Behind one of these doors.
He always used to say that he didn't identify with that song at all.
Yeah. And his music is very different on the whole, like, from that
Absolutely,
song.
yeah. And almost none of it is like that.
I mean, what's the other shit? Like, Ridley Scott with Alien? Because he didn't do all of them.
He didn't do Aliens, yeah. It was James Cameron.
Oh, am I fucking up Cameron and Ridley Scott?
No, Ridley Scott did the first one, and then James Cameron did the second one. And I don't know that Ridley Scott was involved with 3 or Resurrection or anything since, but now Ridley Scott was involved, I think, with like Prometheus and Covenant and all of the new ones. So
I saw a docuseries that kind of talked about that, and they were saying that Ridley Scott was famously difficult to work with, and that's why they let James Cameron do Aliens. But Alien as a franchise wouldn't exist without Ridley Scott, so he was like pissed off about the whole situation, and had been for decades, and that's why like they gave him rights to do another one, his own stuff.
He's the director of that Alien Earth show that's coming out, and you know, he's been pretty involved in it ever since. But
Oh, Joss Whedon did the 4th one? Interesting.
do not really like the 4th one, honestly.
What was the 4th one?
It's the one that has like Ron Perlman in it, and
Was that
like,
Resurrection?
yeah, it's like the weird,
Yeah, that
like,
one was weird
hybrid
as fuck.
alien thing, and like
It's like
Ripley
half
is,
Sigourney
like,
Weaver.
kind of like a hybrid like clone, so she's like all emotionless and weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Not my favorite.
Let's see. Aliens is good, but definitely not the same vibe. And then the series jumped the shark. Yeah, it did. Eric Prydz probably doesn't make any royalties on that track. I mean, I bet you he
I'm
does,
pretty sure
but
he's the full owner of that track. Pretty sure.
yeah,
But,
he probably, like, his agent or label or some shit was like, hey, we want to use this for other things, and he's like, I don't fucking care. And then he's like, oh my god, this song is really popular and I'm known for it and I hate that now.
From what I know of the story, back in the day, the way that dance music would be spread is like they'd press it on vinyls and kind of just like trade them around between DJs and stuff. And he kind of like made that track as like a one-off, and then it ended up in like a producer's hands who like put it on some like dance compilation or something, and it got really, really popular with like club DJs, and he didn't even know about it for a long time. And then it became like super, super popular, and they made like that music video that I don't think he had anything to do with. And, you know, he tried to distance himself from it for a very long time.
For what it's worth, I learned about it from YTMND memes. And it
I
was
think
weird.
somebody showed it to me kind of similarly, because I just remember a YouTube video of like 10 hours of Eric Prydz calling me, and they would like put it on at a LAN party and like play it for like 4 hours.
Yeah, the meme was like the Jamestown colony or something like that. And so the text on the screen was colony. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. What is this actual song? And then I got it off of like, because they used to give you like the music that they would put into their memes and stuff on YTMND. You could go download them. There was a really cool Sega America diss track that one of the users wrote, and he was like rapping about Sonic the Hedgehog and shit. It was pretty funny. Because Sega America tried to cease and desist YTMND and sue them for making memes about Sonic. The genesis of the Sonic memes.
Nice.
Making a diss track to Sega of America is kind of wild. Like, if you just think about that, the internet was a different time.
Just gotta find this last cooler, and we can be done with the stupid level.
No, it's all archived now, Queen Anne. I went to go look for some memes to like share with my younger friends who were like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "You're the man now, dog. Haven't you seen Finding Forrester?" And they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about, old man?" Yeah. And then of course they had the spin-off site, Punch the Keys, for God's sake. Yeah. PTKFGS. Oh, the internet 15 years ago was a very, very different place. In the very first YouTube video I uploaded was an edit of that song with tins of corned beef and captions, corned beef, corned beef. Nice, dude. That's pretty sick.
All right, we did it. Let's go to the boss fight now.
Yes, sir. Okay, so you unlocked the boss by doing the Looney Tunes level, but you went to go do the Scream level instead? Is that how it worked?
Yeah, I want to say it's like Mario 64 star door type shit, where like
You got enough
it won't
remotes?
open until you have like 2 remotes or something.
What does the question Rhomboid do there?
It's just like a hint thing. You hit it with your tail, and it tells you
Oh, okay.
something.
Probably gives you some quips. What is this nonsense? Yeah, I don't think you can make some shit like this in 2025. Oh, got him, dude. Whoa, the flames! Nice, come on, Tony.
Oh shit. Come on, buddy, jump. I don't know if you can say ooga booga. Where's it going?
Queen Anne. Oh no! Yeah, exactly. You can't make shit like this nowadays, guys.
Which one of you guys is a tiny bubble?
I think the portrayal of indigenous peoples would be frowned upon.
I don't even know if they had indigenous peoples in Gilligan's Island, did they?
They might have. I don't know. I wasn't a big Gilligan's Island head.
Me either.
Yeah, Majora's Mask definitely had a boss like this. Looking forward to Gears Reloaded. I am tentatively, because I really like Gears. I told Tony I'd play through the campaign with him, so that's probably how we'll do it.
I've never really like played outside. I've played a lot of like Gears 2 Horde mode, but I haven't really played too much Gears outside of that.
Oh shit, Queen Anne says they did. I saw a Gilligan's Island episode that came with a warning. Oh man.
I know what you're thinking. It's tail time.
Was it like, hey, this is how things used to be done. We don't do this anymore. We don't use words like savage.
Oh, like those warnings that they put before like old Disney movies and stuff now.
I'm just saying, like, Disney should, I don't know what the right word is, or right turn of phrase, sack up, I guess, and just release Dumbo with like a fucking warning over the front of it and be like, hey, this is some racism.
I think they do that in some cases, but I know in a lot of cases they change things.
Yeah, Disney really on a revisionist history bend of like, let's pretend that Walt was not problematic. Guys, Walt said some crazy shit in public. And I don't mean like crazy shit for 2025. He said crazy shit for the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an apology. Yeah, totally. The world was smaller then, Queen Anne. And you could get away with like a myopic worldview, you know? Robot Chicken Walt Disney skit? Did Robot Chicken
thinking Family Guy Walt Disney skit, but yeah, definitely. Is the Robot Chicken one them unfreezing him and him being like, are these things true yet? And they go, no. And he goes, all right, put me back. It's just a lot of racist stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy shit. Those movies sure were cool. Yeah, I think so when I was in art school, I studied 2D and 3D animation. That was my major. And so I studied a lot of classical animation and like techniques and like the Panaflex camera and shit that like Disney pioneered. Like definitely a true visionary as an artist, but as a human being,
turned me into a Disney nerd over the years, just talking about all this stuff and then like going to see it. I was like, okay, I get it. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's a big part of like design and just like understanding, you know, how to just really like capture someone's attention and take them to an imaginary place and they have fun and a good time. I do think Disney's a little like too saccharine now. Lots of like brand focus and stuff that doesn't make sense.
Really crept in a bad way. But
yeah, it's very like corporate and soulless now. You know, that's what I don't care for. I like the. It was just like really inspired back in the day.
Wow, those cameras, something special. What is going on?
And I want to say it was because Walt was like, I had a real shit childhood, so I want to make sure that no kid ever has a shit childhood again. And like, that's where I'm coming from with all these weird ass things I make. He just cared about, you know, kids not growing up being fucked up because like times were different.
I mean, I think I figured out what to do, but it might be too late. Let me in here.
Yeah. In the name of money, anime. Shaka bra. Amazing.
Oh, I think we did it. Seconds to spare.
Nice, dude.
Don't really remember that one at all.
You got the gecko head?
Oh, and now I have to get this in like 10 seconds? That's unfortunate.
I agree with you on that anime. I used to be a staunch Star Wars fan, and like, I don't know, it's just kind of really fallen off. It's cool that I got to work with some things related to Star Wars IP things. I enjoyed that, but like, Tony.
I can't believe I
Zeros on
got
my
it.
clock. Yes, Indiana Jones theme for Gex. Yes, 100%.
Have you watched Andor? Everybody says it's good. I haven't watched it.
I see how it's good. I've watched like the first episode or two. I don't know. I should probably watch it again and like give it a real chance because I really liked Rogue One and Solo. I thought those were some of the most important
I
things.
do know that
it do.
The end of Andor is the beginning of Rogue One or something.
Sick.
That's
All right,
cool.
I'd probably be really into it then.
Yeah.
I'm really sad that like the focus group people were like, "Oh, these movies were bad because they didn't make us this much of a return," and like they're objectively bad because of that. It's like, guys, these are the most important stories you need to tell. What the fuck are you doing? It's like, but people want the Jedi with the lightsaber. Okay, good. Thank you, anime. First 3 episodes are slow, but it's peak Star Wars. Okay, all right, I'll give it another chance. I trust your recommendation.
I've seen a lot of really high praise for it that I haven't seen for a lot of other things, so. Okay, let's go Kung Fu, the one Vince remembers.
Yeah, Star Wars The Old Republic was like one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars stuff. Such a good game. Yeah, I agree, Queen Anne. I think the hate was unwarranted. I think people were just like, why are there no Jedi? And it's like, because, man, that's a very small part of the universe.
For a man called Scaramanga.
What?
Who's a man called Scaramanga? You gotta look that one up.
What the fuck?
It's hail time!
I mean, Google doesn't know, man. It's thinking I meant Salamanca, and it's a reference to Breaking Bad, which is not true in any way. Yes, Queen Anne, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because so much of Star Wars is about everyone who is not a Force user. Like, that's the whole fucking point. You know, these people are dealing with these, like, really horrible situations, and they're depending on these, like, ancient mystical warriors to save them, right?
Yo, these guys got the OBS symbol on the back of their jackets.
Do they really?
Yes.
Oh, man. Wait, so then did OBS rip Gex?
No, I think OBS ripped some sort of Asian culture and get so did Gex.
So that symbol, to me, I think is related to the shogunate in Japan, and everything in here is Chinese. So,
yep. And I think I'm dressed Chinese, but it's supposed to be kind of a ninja thing, which is more Japanese. I know China has ninjas too, but... Yeah.
What have you done, Crystal Dynamics? 1995, by the way.
98.
98? Yeah, sorry. A lot of Star Wars stories could be filmed on one small set with a couple of strong characters. Yeah, I agree. I'm not into the Star Wars like that, but it's almost like banning books. You can't just pretend that shit didn't shape the lens people view the universe through. Yeah. It's weird because you see how much more serious the actors get in Andor. Yeah, dude. Yes. Like, that's what I loved about Solo. I will say the beginning of Solo is kind of weak, but the rest of Solo was fantastic.
It's one of the only ones I still haven't seen.
I really enjoyed Solo. I thought it was such a good movie.
Slip of the tongue.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I have heard too. I've never really fully explored Expanded Universe, but it's mostly because of like Darth Plagueis the Wise, which I thought was just a really stupid fucking name. And every Expanded Universe fan is like, dude, do you know about Darth Plagueis the Wise? And I'm like, yes, it's fucking stupid. Yeah, Solo's great. I really, really liked Solo.
What's that one from?
Planet of the Apes.
Is it Planet of the Apes? Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know why he said that in the Kung Fu level.
And it was like an entering the zone quip, I feel like.
Anime says, I'm reading Shatterpoint right now, and it's basically Apocalypse Now, but with Mace Windu during the Clone Wars on a jungle planet. Yo, that sounds sick, dude. Yeah, I hear you, Turning Cog. I totally hear you. I would love to know more about like what you didn't like about it, and not to like refute your opinion. That's not the important thing to me. I want to hear the take because it's different from mine. Like what did you not like about Solo? Like what rubbed you the wrong way? And it's totally fine if you're like, well, it was just boring because it was slow. Because I could see that, but I like slow burns a lot. I love Denis Villeneuve movies, and they're very slow. Or like fucking Drive with Ryan Gosling. Holy shit, that movie's so good. And the first like 90 minutes of it is very slow. My issue with Solo is the actors. That's fair, Anime. I can't argue against that. I could agree. The plot is good, but the actors are not my Han Orlando. Yeah, I agree. I do love Donald Glover, but I think you're right. He played a weird Lando. Like he was Donald Glover pretending to be Lando. You know what I mean? Instead of like I'm Lando Calrissian played by Donald Glover. Right? I think that would be the difference. I don't know. I'm kind of making a weird comparison there, but there's plenty of 80s movies that could be revisited and haven't been. I agree, Push Button, but I think the thing that I want to see is more. I want to see more shit where like people go, you know, entertainment media is not taken seriously enough. So I want to make some high art that's like really good. And like be risky and make new stories and do cool shit. That's what I don't like about remasters is that they're revisiting something that was already great and trying to just capitalize again on it with like a flashy coat of paint. That's what I don't like. Yo, Anime, yes, I see what you mean, Turning Cog. I think Anime meant I love Donald Glover, but he wrote I love Dong Lover. Not a typo, that's his Twitter handle. Yo, dude, I love him even more now. It's so fucking funny. Have you seen Guava Island, Anime? I think we've talked about this before. He did a YouTube short with Rihanna. I say short film. It's like 40 minutes long or something like that. I really liked it. I thought it was very good. Push Button says, I want to see a sequel to The Breakfast Club called Luncheon Club, where everyone is old now. I don't want to see that. I'm sorry. But hey, if that's what you want, brother, go for it. Breakfast Club was interesting. I definitely saw it when I was like 15. And it was because, you know, my big brother, Gen X, was like, you gotta fucking check this out. This was important to me when I was a kid. And I was like, oh, I can relate. You know, fist in the air, baggy jeans, and leather jacket. I didn't see 16 Candles, which I know is the other one that people fondly remember.
We're gonna do 11 in progress, baby.
Yo, hilarious anime. Yeah, I feel like Breakfast Club would hit really fucking weird for your generation. You'd be like, what is this? Showing Breakfast Club on the last day of high school is pretty goated as a teacher move. You'd be like, it's educational. I'm gonna read a book. To get these fucking kids out of here. Tired of these pieces of shit. Turning Cock says, there's nothing really that stands out in my memory about Solo. Like, they played out all the plot points, the shape that Solo we know, but didn't do it in an interesting way that sticks with you. I think, okay, I would say that I think that's fair. For me, it's more the cinematography in that there was a story told that had nothing to do with Jedi whatsoever, and that's what I really liked about it. I do think it was a weird tie to Han Solo as Harrison Ford. And, you know, to Anime's point, Donald Glover was not, you know, he wasn't Lando. He was like Donald Glover. artistic license being like, this is who Lando is now because it's me, right? Like, I don't know. I thought that was weird.
That says Moo don't know dung.
Wait, Moo don't know dung, huh?
Yep.
Who's Moo?
There's a lot of
My name is King. I
Oh,
seek
chopstick repair.
good
Oh
time
shit.
massage. There was used ox sale as well. Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep. What
I
we
think
got
those
here?
are
Chinese
offensive.
dinner, American lunch, eat in or throw out.
That's crazy. Oh wait, what's that? Look down at the restaurant down to your left. Moo something.
There's Drunken Gecko 1 and 2 on the wall. Sam's Moo Shoe Store.
Okay, never mind. Unrelated.
Earn extra Taekwondo in your spare time. Nice.
Yo, thank you for the gifted anime. Thank you, brother.
Oh,
Queen
shit,
Anne, enjoy
thank
your
you.
new emotes. Oh my god, push button. My fucking goat. Do you think a remake of Short Circuit with 2020's tech could work? Yes, dude. Short Circuit is one of my favorite movies from when I was a kid. That and Batteries Not Included were on like rotation constantly when I was like under the age of 8.
Like a movie about like a robot, right?
Yo, anime with the second gifted. Thank you, brother. Turning Cog, enjoy your emotes. Spam some trees, guys. Modern bomb disposal robots are basically Johnny Five, so I think it would fuck it up a bit with the modern take. Yeah, I can kind of agree. Oh my god, anime gifting to Brightside. Let's go, dude.
It's crazy.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Okay, no.
I also think Short Circuit is problematic too. Like when he meets the fucking gang members or whatever, and then like sings the song while punching the guy. Like that shit was crazy. It was very crazy. I think it's Los Locos kick your balls into outer space is what he says. Batteries Not Included was something I saw as a kid. Fuck yeah, Queen Anne. Batteries Not Included blew my mind as a child. That Neverending Story was like another one that I loved. I read the book. I didn't.
Like
it
a
didn't hit as
Puppet
well for me.
robot or something?
What's that, Tony?
It's like a puppet robot or something?
What in Short Circuit or Batteries Not
Yeah.
Included?
Either
So
of them?
Short Circuit was like a defense robot, but it's basically like, whoever said it was that Turning Cog. It's like a bomb disposal robot. That would be the closest analog to now, but he like had artificial intelligence and shit like that, and it was kind of like he was like discovering what it means to be alive and conscious and shit like that, kind of like Chappie, I guess. Yeah, actually, Chappie is probably the modern remake of it. Bro, lizards suck. That's rude.
Yeah, that's very rude. The Great Wall ain't so great.
Oh
I don't
man.
know if you can say that. Banned in China.
You didn't like Chappie anime? I really like Chappie, but I also like Blumkamp's movies. So, like, I liked Elysium. I liked District 9, but they're like they're kind of the same movie, if I'm honest. Like Chappie, District 9, and Elysium are kind of all the same movie, just with different settings and different characters.
Is Elysium Matt Damon?
Yes.
Okay.
Queen Anne, are you talking about Short Circuit? The Indian guy was not really Indian? Yes. That was kind of a thing in like the 80s and 90s, is they would hire someone to like affect an accent and play a different race. Yeah. That shit was kind of crazy, but yeah, Hollywood just be doing that shit all the time back then. Oh, okay. Anime says, please tell your thoughts on Softy Brothers movies like Good Time and Uncut Gems. I loved them. I thought they were really fun, but it is what it's like to experience an anxiety attack watching those movies. Yeah. But it's so fucking good. It's so good. It's so good. That's what I love about it. Just the art it's art. It makes you feel stuff. I think that's fair. Push button. District 9's more preferable for you than Chappie. Like you prefer to watch that. Yeah. I like them all. I also like D'Antwoord as artists. I recognize that they're problematic as human beings. I know that, but it was just cool that they kind of just played themselves as like their act in the movie. So I thought that was kind of cool, but I don't know. I like Chappie a lot. Turning Cog says, honestly, I've not really seen any of those films. The theme should have vibed with me, but it just missed. Are you talking specifically about Uncut Gems or Good Time, Turning Cog? Anime, you got to go Google them. I didn't know. I've known of D'Antwoord for a very long time, but they did like a whole documentary that they produced, like basically refuting the problematic claims about them and stuff that are like, these are things that are, I'm pretty sure, like violate Twitch TOS to discuss and even talk about. But yeah. Matt Damon one is Elysium. Turning Cog, they're all allegories for apartheid in South Africa. Every single one. But Neil Blomkamp is South African, so he's just telling the story of like his culture. So I get it. Yeah, Brightside's kind of like on it there. There's a lot of allegations of crazy shit like that. It's worth doing the research and then watching the documentary they made. I think it was on Amazon Prime, because then you get to see them talk about it themselves. Suffice it to say, they're very positive about themselves and their involvement in any of these situations with the allegations. And it's interesting. They interview the main actor. I cannot fucking remember his name. I'm going to look it up, but he has a Dutch name from District 9. It's like Johan or something. Charlton Copley. That's it. They interview Charlton Copley, and he talks about D'Antwoord and why he thinks they're important for South African arts and culture. So it's all over the place. Jack Black's in it because Jack Black has said, openly that he's friends with Yolandi, and it's very interesting. Yo, Electric State I own. Electric State is sick.
Have you heard about how offensive the thing with Millie Bobby Brown that came out is supposedly to people?
Oh yeah, I watched it. It was awful. Really fucking bad. It had very little to do with Simon Stalenegg's art, and I found it bothersome. So I'm with that.
I haven't heard anybody say anything good about it.
It was a really weird adaptation, and it didn't make a lot of sense.
Ever since I heard Millie Bobby Brown say that she has never really watched movies and doesn't enjoy watching movies and just acts because it's her job, I don't really like being supportive of her work anymore.
No, that's a really gross take. Oh no, dude! I just saw you get aced by the ninjas. That sucked. I'm with you, anime. Hey, what's up, Hyperons? Welcome. Yeah, I'm with you on that, bright side. Ninja as a human being seems like maybe not a good person, but I don't know. Like their whole group is an act, right? Like they talk about how they came up on the streets and shit, and that's what Zephside's all about. But like, there's some pretty strong evidence that they were both like upper middle class and had nothing to do with any kind of struggle, and they were just appropriating culture of South African struggle, and that's a part of it, right? For what it's worth, they do talk about it in the documentary. They talk about the genesis of Zephside and like why they champion that and why that's their vibe and everything, which I thought was interesting to just hear them tell. Tony, get out of there, bro.
I'm trying. Did we do
Oh,
it?
he yeeted off the edge. You're good.
We did it.
Dude, I actually kind of remember myself struggling with this level too.
I don't really remember this level as thoroughly as some of the other ones that we've done so far, but
yeah, Brightside Max Normal was his solo DJ like rapper project thing, and then he met Yolandi, and Yolandi came up with Zephside.
Max Normal would be a better name for a 3D artist, in my opinion.
One for
Wait, what's
you
that?
and
I
one
thought
for
Max
me.
Normal would be a better name for a 3D artist. in my opinion.
Yo, yes, dude. Yes, it would. So yeah, Ninja was a struggling rapper. He met Yolandi at a gig he was playing. He thought she was really cool, super hot, whatever. Started hanging out with her. They started dating. And then Yolandi saw a dude with like no shirt and missing teeth with the mullet haircut in the back of a truck. And she was like, he's so hot. And it like pissed Ninja off and he got really jealous. And then he shaved his head the same hairstyle. And that's what he's kept ever since. And then he started getting tatted up and like, you know, acting like a thug, I guess. And that's his whole persona now. He was not like that when he was Max Normal. Oh, it's okay, turning cog. Oh, what was the quip, Queen Anne? I missed it. Yeah, anime. The camera is awful in this game. It's like one of the most notorious parts of the game. I don't know any of these
Developers
dudes
over there like, hey, you try to fucking program Gecko climbing on ceiling camera.
Yeah, on a N64 controller, right?
Yeah.
Before like dual stick controls existed.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree and disagree, Brightside, with saying it's better not knowing who any of these people are. But I also think art is really important. It's also important to separate the art from the artist, right? Like, you can appreciate works that someone made and just be like, I don't really want to hear you talk about anything because, like, I'd rather you express yourself through your artistic work than anything else because it makes me feel something and it's personal to me, even though you created the art, right? Like, that's where I get satisfaction as a creator, as an artist, is having someone else find something meaningful in it. You know, I think I've said it before, but working on Destiny, I've definitely had conversations with, you know, fans who are like, hey, so I noticed in this one mission, like, such and such character said this, and that made me think there's a connection between this and that, and, like, I want to know, is that right? And I'm like, well, why would you think it's right? You know, I just ask more questions, and I don't give them the answer because it's better for them to wonder. And I'm like, if that's your canon, you should appreciate it that way. And if that is what makes you have a connection, that's what matters. It doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong. It's what matters is what you got out of it, what you thought about, why it's important to you. So anyway, I don't know, I have a weird take. Oh, Queen Anne loved what you said about Max Normal being a 3D artist. Yeah, totally. Yeah, like a celebrity 3D artist. Oh, you got a deer work tattoo. All right.
Suit on them.
Yo, I respect that, Brightside.
Just one
Did
fucking
you-
mask? Are you kidding me?
Did you get a Pretty Wise on your neck right here? Is that what you got? What'd you get? I want to know now. I assume that you probably don't ever want to show it on stream for obvious reasons. You don't want people to make bad associations, which I get.
No regrets.
Oh
Across
no!
the-
Brightside also got a Beast Nectar tattoo.
Oh no way.
Where's your Space Jesus tattoo, bro? Oh fuck, dude, that sucks so much. I'm sorry, homie. I mean, for what it's worth, like, I understand why you would have gotten those tats. Like, I get it, man. I get it. It's totally cool.
To be fair, Base Nectar stole his logo from like Buddhism or something. So you could just tell people it's like, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's like just very slightly different from like a symbol in like some spiritual belief system like that.
All right, hold on. We have to change his name now. He's Based Side Movement because he said he called that dude the C word to his face at his first show when he met him. My guy, dude. I knew. Your vibes are always on point, Brightside. I told you. Oh, Space Jesus? Fair, man. Fair. Like, very fair. Yeah, his vibes were fucked, man.
Clean me up, Scotty.
Like, that dude just puts off strangeness, you know? Sorry, I missed a couple messages. I've been chatting with Brightside about music and musicians. Push Button says, if you only saw movies from people you were politically aligned to, you'd not see any movies, or many movies. Yeah, totally agree. I also think, like, political alignment is kind of like a weird thing to do. Like, you should just, you know, use critical thinking and make decisions for yourself about your own life. And I don't know. I'm more scared of people who just like toe a party line and say like, this is where I am and this is who I am. And identity matters and stuff, you know, like it does. But I'm saying, like, if that's everything about who they are, I'm like, well, this person's missing substance, you know? I want to have conversations with people who have different perspectives from me, because that's how I learn and grow and become a better person overall. If you're stuck in an echo chamber, it doesn't happen. Queen Anne says, dude, I've done that a few times. Ask questions of creative people that knowing the answer wouldn't be good for me. Yeah. That the phrase never meet your heroes is super real. Like, so fucking real. Because then you just go like, wait, this person's shitty? But I idolized them and appreciated their work. I don't fucking get it. No! For what it's worth, since we're talking about people with lots of influence and whatnot, Dr. Lupo, obviously contentious figure now. But one of the things that I saw him say, because he started streaming again recently after his cheating scandal in chess, I was just checking him out, and someone was like, hey man, big love. They like donated to get like a highlighted message. They were like, big love, I will always support you in everything. And he goes, please don't. If I do something fucking stupid, don't support me in that. And I was like, huh. I think the therapy's working. You know, he's like checking his ego and figuring his fucking place out as a human being. I can respect that. I just thought it was cool. Anime. Let's see. Base Nectar. Oh, okay. Brightside was saying, I followed him around for about 80 plus shows before I figured out he was a shitter. Yeah. Anime says, I used to love him too, saw him twice and remember when it all came crashing down. He went out sad, still crying about the cancel culture instead of being a grown man and taking accountability. 100%. Yep.
I've definitely seen Base Nectar like, I don't know, 20 or 30 times for sure. Like, definitely didn't follow him around, but anytime he was somebody that I could see for a while, I would go, and then I got over it big time.
Anime said, if all you care about is identity, you lose your own. Dude. Sage advice. Brightside says, I was about to open for Nectar in Mexico, and then he got canceled, and the world shut down? Oh, dude, you dodged the largest bullet.
Yep.
That's fucking amazing. That could have hurt your brand really bad.
Have you, just because you clearly have been interested in his music and stuff for a long time, have you watched like the set that he posted on YouTube kind of recently? That was like, it's the first thing I've seen from him in a very long time, but it was kind of interesting. Didn't really like it that much. Some of it was okay, but I didn't think it hit very hard.
Push Button says, I can't bring myself to watch anything Kevin Smith has made recently, but Mallrats and Dogma were great. Strong agree. Clerks 2, Mallrats, Dogma, Chasing Amy, fucking amazing movies. They were kind of like, you had to be there. You got to be old enough, you know, for them to make sense culturally. Period pieces, if you will. But yeah, I think when he abandoned his previous style to conform to like societal norms and like do new shit so that he could stay relevant, he literally deleted his own relevancy doing that and harmed his art in really, really bad ways. So like he makes nothing of substance anymore, and it's just like performative, right? So yeah, I can totally agree with that. That
Just
being said,
the guy who made Clerks.
yeah, that being said, he definitely made some really problematic jokes in his writing back in the day that aren't acceptable now. But like, I don't know, man. There's still a way to have that same sense of humor, I think, without saying words you're not supposed to say, because it really hurts people, right?
Welcome to Under This Old House.
Yeah, Anime, that was bars, 100%. What's the matter with Kevin Smith? Yeah, it was just, so Kevin Smith now is just making like really flat stuff that doesn't elicit emotion because he's so scared of being canceled. Yeah,
I'm sure some people would make the joke that it's because he's skinny.
yeah. So that was a part of it. He's like, I was wondering whether or not I wanted to bring it up, but yeah, he really leaned into like body positivity while also like losing a bunch of weight and pretty much everything you said publicly, because there was a big outcry and people were like, hey, Kevin Smith films are, you know, you shouldn't enjoy these, you can't like these anymore. And I think he was just terrified that his entire like legacy was going to be how he was problematic. So he shifted gears and became like very apologetic and vocal about how he was bad, but he's changing and he's getting better. Please still like him. And it just kind of seems desperate, if that makes sense. Disingenuous and desperate. It's like, dude, that's who you are. Like, we know who you are.
He just kind of became like aside from all of that too, he just kind of cringe after a while. It felt like they're just like trying too hard.
Yes, exactly.
You know, just like leaning on his past accomplishments a little too much.
I think that's a good question though, Turning Cog. What's the matter with Kevin Smith? I think we'd all like to know, honestly. I don't think he's doing okay though. Also, I know Jason Mewes had like a severe fucking crash out and like almost died. So that was his best friend, very, very close. I could see that having changed his life a lot. And I think their relationship was really, really damaged because of Mewes' behavior. And like that probably fucks you up, you know? That if that was your guy and you like made all this shit together, and he had to change his life because he was going down a very, you know, dark terminal road. Like, yeah, I could see that changing all your stuff overall. I haven't really peeped anything from him recently. Some stuff will come up in the playlist. I'll listen to the time stretch or something. But after his initial return, I think it happened in Vegas, I stopped really caring at all. That's about Base Nectar.
Yeah, again, he hasn't really put up much lately. Like, you always see kind of like him talking about like his subscription service that he came out with, and you know, I kept seeing the things about how he was like trying to play shows, and then like everybody would like harass the venue until they would cancel the show and stuff. So yeah, I know a lot of shows didn't end up happening that he was like trying to make happen, but
yeah.
I actually, one of the projects I was working on recently on my web dev stuff, I worked with the guy who built his app and like subscription service and stuff. So that was kind of a funny coincidence.
Nice, dude. Brightside says I watched Kevin Smith stuff recently to literally just have on in the background to focus more on what I'm doing. Like, it's so bad that I actually focus more on
you
my
put
work.
it on so that you focus on work more. That's great.
I feel you. I feel like his mission now is to launch his daughter's acting career or something. Yes, dude. Yes. I kind of feel the same way about like Judd Apatow movies. Like, there was a time, but it was short, and the types of jokes and the comedy that Judd would write, like, they don't work anymore, and you can't like do that shit. So Judd's work is like, but also that being said, he basically made the same movie every time. But you know, I really like Knocked Up and fucking I Love You Man and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, those were great for me in my 20s. I do want to see the Prince documentary that Kevin Smith made though. I didn't know that he made the documentary. I mean, I love Prince. Yeah, I'd like to learn more about Prince. I guess we could just enjoy Purple Rain and leave it at that, right? Turning Cog says, Mallrats shaped my views on Ben Affleck when he was slated to be Batman. My response was, that asshole from Fashionably Male? I cannot watch Adam Sandler in that way. So I really like Adam Sandler. I want to say that like the weirdest shit he did was Jack and Jill, but like I still kind of want to watch that and like laugh at how absurd it is that he tried to even fucking that. Not that he tried, he literally made that movie and it's out there. Like that's crazy shit. But I really liked Funny People. It's not super great from a writing perspective. Like, it's not well wrought. But I enjoyed it, you know? It's got that Judd Apatow feel that I was talking about, right? So that's what I was into. Just kind of like human stories. Oh, I gotta pee. Be right back.
All right.
Don't take career advice from Joe Piscopo. It's tail time!
All right, 2 out of 3. I come back for the last one. We will do the boss so we can keep progressing.
I'll have your head!
Mushu Pork. Throw the switch to defeat Mushu. Don't really remember this one either, so. Oh, wow, okay. That hurts me if I go up there. Throw this, okay. Oh, okay.
A lot of people wonder what happened to the first
Ooh, boss battle
It's Mushu Pork, apparently.
with the most
Yes,
scuffed
he's
camera
a-
angle.
He's a cow, I guess. And he has shoes.
He's like a Franken cow. Okay, let's see. Queen Anne, you've seen Jack and Jill? Hell yeah.
I've definitely seen it at least once.
Jack and Jill's a weird one for sure. It gets really meta at one point. Push Button says there's a story that Prince invited Kevin Smith to stay and make a documentary despite him not being a documentary maker. He worked really hard over it, showed it to Prince, and Prince paid him for it and locked it in a private vault to never be seen by anyone. Crazy.
Oh no, don't shock me. Again.
Oh, that's it, Brightside. Yo, Brightside's on it. Get it? Moo, shoe,
Yep.
but he's pork.
Mm-hmm.
I just got it.
Got me.
It gets really meta at one point, and in this way that shatters the illusion that the movie sets up. Interesting. Queen Anne, have you seen Uncut Gems or Good Time? Has anyone seen that other than Anime and I? I think Brightside might have. Yeah, Brightside's seen Uncut Gems. I know that. I mean, so like prepare yourself. It is literally like having an anxiety attack. But that's what I think is really cool about it is that it makes it's art that makes you feel something real, you know? But it's fake. It's just a fake story. It's not even fucking based on anything in reality.
Now that's what I call getting some tail.
I agree, Queen Anne. I assume it's probably because we're old. But I would never ask your age because that's a rude question. But yeah, I mean, like, I saw Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison probably like 35 times when I was a teenager. He's a goofy guy. I like when he does his weird little noises and plays his guitar like he did on, SNL. I think the first comedy, check this shit out, guys. The first comedy I ever owned was an Adam Sandler mixtape. And I listened to that shit so many times and like hid it from my mom because I was like 12 or something. And I was like, oh, it just has like cussing in it and talks about adult stuff. And like, I can't let my mom know that I have this and like listen to it. So I was like hiding a comedy mixtape. Yes, it was an actual cassette tape.
I love classic Adam Sandler where he starts a sentence at normal speaking volume and then by the end of the sentence he's like screaming with rage. That's one of my favorite things he does.
Yeah. Turning Cog is not Adam Sandler pilled. Says Adam Sandler's obnoxious in a way that didn't age well with me. I mean, I'm still a kid at heart, so I think that's why I give him a pass. And I love his stuff. I don't know. I'm a big weirdo. I will say that like Lil Nicky is fucking strange.
Yeah, definitely.
Mr. Deeds though, good movie.
Kind of like Big Daddy a little more than Mr. Deeds.
Big
but
Daddy is fantastic.
yeah, Big Daddy's real good. Let's see, Star Wars or dinosaurs?
Was which one? Yeah. What do you want, chat? Star Wars or dinosaurs?
Pangria 90210.
Pangria. I'm more, I believe, Big Bang more than Pangria. Click is where I fell off. Yeah, Click is kind of crazy. I think the thing that made Click crazy was that like Adam Sandler thought his wife could be Kate Beckinsale. Like, what, bro? Was it actually?
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. Oh, come on, that one's pretty good.
Yeah, it's Kate Beckinsale, 100%. I now
51st
pronounce
Dates is
you
really
Chuck
good.
Larry, dude. Oh, 51st Dates is
Watch that one
goated.
recently. So good.
8 Crazy Nights is so good too. Yo, 51st Dates, man. 51st Dates is so good. I've seen that so many times.
Sean Astin with the lisp in 51st Dates is the best part. Absolutely.
Also, constantly lifting weights with
Yes,
like
they're
no
wearing,
shirt
like, a
or a
mesh
muscle
shirt.
shirt. Oh,
That's so good.
so good. Oh yeah, I don't blame you, Queen Anne. I think Click was really weird. And it basically like the moral of the story is like appreciate your family and don't be shitty to them, but you can also just delete all that and pretend it didn't happen and try again. There was like no moral to it whatsoever. There's no consequences for shitty behavior. That was the weirdest part. He was trying to do like a Christmas Carol type thing, and I don't know. It was very strange. And I want to say it was probably all based on the premise of Bed Bath & Beyond. What is the Beyond section?
I was gonna say that's the most
Yeah.
memorable joke from that entire movie.
The whole fucking movie is based on that.
Somebody just had a joke about that, and they wrote a movie around it. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of reminds me of that Diddy Kong racing level where you race the Triceratops to the top of the volcano.
Dude, that was, no offense to Gex, that was a better level than this is.
Oh yeah. Diddy Kong Racing is better than Mario Kart. We'll just say it.
Okay. All right. I don't think you're wrong in that.
I am this tall. Who are you?
What was the song about the Taco Bell dog in an Adam Sandler movie? I'm not remembering that, Queen Anne.
I used to have multiple Taco Bell dog shirts.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Because one of them had Godzilla on it, so that was definitely the reason I had that one. But we had a bunch of
fucking
also
Taco
we had the Taco Bell dog.
Bro, that shit is so weird. I don't like it because my mom would fucking quote that shit all the time in like public situations, and it would drive me crazy. It was just wild.
Taco Bell.
No, she would say, "I think I need a bigger box."
Oh,
And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? We're at like Home Depot. Why would you say that shit in public? That's fucking insane."
That was a pretty good impression.
Well, yeah, my mom would do it wrong, by the way.
Of
She would
course.
like, oh god, I'm crawling out of my fucking skin remembering this. I did not even know that song, Queen Anne. That's pretty great. I Ran Over the Taco Bell Dog is a song where Adam Sandler recounts the time he hit the Taco Bell dog with his lowrider. That sounds like some Adam Sandler type shit. Yes, Big Motherfucking Daddy. I was trying to watch Billy Madison on like streaming services, and the only place is on like Paramount, and you have to buy it. You can't even rent it, and that made me irritated. Because I'm like, dude, why? Why does Paramount own the fucking rights to that movie? And why did you do an exclusivity deal? And why is it now paywalled and just fucking awful? Like, let me buy it on like, you know, Amazon Prime Video or something.
Okay, guys, if you want me to pirate your shit, I guess I'll pirate your shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I definitely already own it. I just didn't want to go
Yeah.
get the DVD and like fucking put that shit into like my PlayStation or something just to watch it. I was trying to like hang out in bed and watch it on a laptop or something, you know, or watch it on an iPad while I walk around the house, you know. I was never a Cable Guy fan. As weird as it sounds, because we're reminiscing about like, you know, 90s comedy films, like Jim Carrey didn't hit well for me. Obviously Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. That was a movie.
Not even like Bruce Almighty.
Bruce Almighty was great. I like that. But I was never really...
What's one where they like steal their neighbor's grass because they're poor? That one's pretty good.
I don't know. But the Ace Ventura shit that pissed me off is kids in school would always be singing Bumblebee Tuna over and over and over again. And I was like, shut the fuck up. Please, stop. I don't know why. Yeah, I also thought Cable Guy was just really weird.
My doctor says my Lanta.
It kind of reminded me of like, or made me think of, you know, I wasn't really into Tom Green either.
Tom Green is someone.
But I did enjoy the movie Freddy Got Fingered. It was fucking hilarious to me. It's even funnier now. Daddy, would you like some sausage? And he's got them all fucking rigged up to the ceiling. Dude, I think his dad is Rip Taylor. Hold on.
Let's get it on.
My bum is on the moose. Yeah. That type shit. Come on, internet. You can do it.
The princess is here on the detention level.
Dude, what the fuck? Chrome is like literally not returning the search results for this. It's just spinning. I don't understand.
A little by now, a lot of tail.
Google DNS failure? What the fuck?
Bro, you got DNS problems.
I guess, bro. Uh-oh. I just closed the window that I needed open. Why am I having DNS problems? We're on the internet. I'm still on the internet. I don't... What the fuck?
Oh man, I'm gonna suffocate. Unless I fall off.
This pesky gravity.
Alright, we're using the phone.
Meet Gex Gecko.
Dude, what in the fuck is going on with the internet right now? Like, IMDb's not even fucking loading on my phone.
Maybe there's an outage?
Yeah, guys, don't leave chat. I can't get to Twitch anymore.
Go to Down Detector and if you can get to it.
Oh,
See
it was
if that
Rip Torn, not Rip Taylor. That's it. Damn it. Oh, Rip Torn is the guy from Men in Black. It's not Rip Taylor.
Rip Torn?
Yep.
Is that like a fake name?
That was his actor's name.
It's like
Well-
Doom Guy's acting name. Fucking ripping and tearing.
Yeah, exactly. Oof, Tom Green. Yes. That movie was rated a half a star. Yeah, turning cog DNS resolvers are like not an issue that I can necessarily fix. I guess I could like point at a different resolver, but
Oh, check out Dr. Uranus over here.
oh shit. Oh, what's he doing with that long finger? That's not cool. How about good movies that were screwed over by the Matrix? Existenz, The 13th Floor, Equilibrium, and Dark City. I mean, I've seen all of those.
Why? I feel like 13th Floor might be the only one I've seen, but why is it screwed over by the Matrix? Came out around the same time? feel like the 13th floor has to be newer than the Matrix because I was a little young for the Matrix when it came out.
I haven't seen Existence or Existence. It's spelled weird and has strange capitalization. David Cronenberg.
Okay.
Oh, that's why it's a horror film. Yeah, which I wasn't fucking with like back in the day. Equilibrium is fantastic. I can't remember 13th Floor. Dark City was really good too.
13th floor, something about haunted hotel room.
Yes, I have seen that. That was good. I liked it. Maybe? Oh, no, I don't think I've seen this one. No, it's not a haunted hotel room.
I feel like there is a movie about a haunted hotel room called that.
Yes. Room 13. That was it.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking of too, Tony. I was right there with you.
This is mine.
Bro, what in the shit is going on right now?
You said that like you were typing it into Google. What in the shit is going on right now?
I don't understand why, like, DNS is not fucking resolving. I guess I need to know exactly what... someone give me the IP to IMDb and I'll type that in. We'll get there. Here, http://www.imdb. Oh, that's not going to resolve either. What am I talking about? .com. Yeah, of course that won't resolve because DNS is down. If I knew the IP, I could just go straight there. I wonder if I could do a trace route from my phone. Or a ping from my phone. How the fuck did my DNS resolver just go down? But I'm like, what the fuck is going on? They were thematically or philosophically similar, but the audience just wasn't ready for that shit. Or they were not marketed well enough. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, the only Matrix movie that I really like was the first one. And, you know, I kind of don't think the other ones needed to exist. It was fine. Just let it go.
Especially not the third one.
Yeah. Even the second one's pretty bad.
Second one's not great, but like it has a lot of cool action sequences in it, which I guess like the third one kind of does too, but it gets a lot more like CGI Keanu Reeves fighting CGI Agent Smith a little too much. So
yes, and with like the overtones of like divinity and shit was really weird to me.
Yeah, and then like you get the like Scary Movie 3 or something like makes fun of the Matrix with like the dude in the control room and stuff, and like the real version of that scene in the Matrix is not that different from the scene in Scary Movie, I feel like. And
yep.
It just is not very good.
Screw the force. Who's got a grenade?
Yeah, I didn't watch the fourth one on principle either. I also didn't like the anime.
I have never seen the fourth one. Yep. I do like the Animatrix a lot, if you guys have seen that.
I didn't like it.
Fucking awesome.
Oh, so, okay, I want to say this. Have you guys seen the new, like, Predator CG cartoon movie?
The one that, like, just came out the other day?
Yeah.
Not yet. I watched, like, a lengthy preview of it at the Unreal Fest. But
I have thoughts and opinions. Brightside, yes, I'm very excited for 28 Years Later. But I'm a big Garland head, so yeah, I really love his movies. I think my favorite Garland is probably Annihilation, which is a little weird, but I think it's my favorite one. Or Sunshine. Sunshine is fucking amazing. I need to watch that again. Yeah, okay, well then I won't. You know, everybody go watch the Predator new thing and report back, and we can talk about it like next week or something. Because I have thoughts, I have opinions.
did you watch the other one that came out like 2 years ago? It was not CGI.
Look,
Is it
there's one
Prey?
gift shop in the back
I think so. I haven't actually seen it, but
I mean, it wasn't great, but I had fun. Yeah, I think that's kind of my take on those. I've watched
think
most of them.
that probably describes almost every Predator movie, but the first one.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, I think, I mean, my DNS isn't resolving right now, so I can't like Google search and shit, but I'm pretty sure the new Predator thing is on Prime Video, because that's mostly what I
I
watch.
think so, yeah.
It's either that or Netflix. It's on one of the major ones.
Pretty sure it was all Unreal Engine.
Oh, Brightside was saying that the in-between level you were in, like what, like the hub world or whatever,
Yeah.
he was like, is this actually the theme for 28 years later? What the fuck? The music that was playing at the time?
Did it sound like it?
I don't even know, man. Brightside, are you just like Cillian Murphy's like living rent-free in your head? Turning Cog says, I've not seen any predatory movies since Predators with Adrian Brody.
Predatory movies. Is that the one where they said that the kid with autism was highly evolved?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that one was not very good.
Yeah. I like the one where like the AVP, I think it was, Alien vs. Predator, when there was like a pyramid in Antarctica and they had to like go do that shit. That was fun.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Note to
It's-
self,
It
don't
was
step
fun.
on
It wasn't good.
It's like bad, but like fun, sure. Yeah.
For whatever reason, it always reminded me of 30 Days of Night, I think, with Josh Hartnett.
Fucking love that movie.
Dude,
Oh my
it's so
gosh, I love that
good.
movie. Oh, it's so good. I made Amy watch that with me when it got very cold outside. I was like, we have to watch 30 Days of Night.
Sick, dude. Nice and spooky. Dude, how are you supposed to get through this fucking stupid wall?
I'm clearly not doing something right, but
So wait, is this cartoon level 2?
yeah, I had forgotten they kind of like they brought back spooky level, and now we're on cartoon level again, but it's different.
I mean, Turning Cog, you're kind of spitting with that idea. AVP was fucked up. All we needed was a Sigourney Weaver Arnold buddy film.
Oh my god, that would be sick.
Dude, like that's a really good idea. I mean, they're both like too old right now to be like action stars, but that would be fucking sick. Who's our like contemporary
it's
analog?
a famous Master Chief combo. It's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Who's our contemporary analog for Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like, who kind of like wears the crown now?
I would go like one of the OG like Avengers cast, but not them anymore.
Could be Chris Evans.
Like Chris, it would be like Chris Evans or Thor probably, but I would say like both of them aren't that anymore.
I don't think Hemsworth has done a lot of stuff outside of Thor that was like
Hemsworth is-
action film.
Yeah, what about fucking Superman Witcher?
Oh yes, Cavill. Yes,
Cavill,
thank you. That's great. Oh, I guess we still have Tom Cruise, but he's like long in the tooth, you know. Like
He's
he's
gotta be getting
looking
close,
old in the latest Mission Impossible. I'm like, bro, you probably shouldn't be out there, man. You should like take it easy, buddy.
I decided I wanted to watch all the Mission Impossible movies. So far, I've only made it through the first one, but eventually I will watch all of them.
I'm pretty sure the third one's my favorite. The one with Philip Seymour Hoffman. Fuck, that movie's good, dude. And it's not because of Tom
Probably
Cruise.
Seen at least 3 of them, maybe, but what is there like 9 now or something? So I just
Yeah, I
kept
think
seeing everybody just talk about how Tom Cruise is like the last great actor and how amazing those movies are, and made me want to watch them.
even if they were just advisors for Young Bucks to take on the tag team intergalactic threat. Yeah. Oh, good point. Yeah, they could be like the veterans, you know? How do you do a universe crossover when the story of Predator occurred during Vietnam and like the story of Alien occurred in like 2489 or whatever the fuck it is? Like,
Well,
how do
the
you?
fucking Alien Earth thing, as far as I am aware, is like modern day, so it might be like kind of retconned possible now.
Okay, wait. Push Button's making a good point. He says Dwayne Johnson.
I don't know about that.
I think he's too campy.
I think Dwayne Johnson thinks it's him, but
Yeah, I think he's too campy. Like Arnold did like only fucking Arnold movies, like pure action, you know, just like over the top corny stuff. Like Commando is one of my favorite movies. Has Alyssa Milano in it as his daughter. Fucking amazing. It's so good. The one-liners from that are just unbeatable. Yeah, what does he say? He's like Hopper or something like that. I like you. You're funny. I'll kill you last. Remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied. And then throws him off of a fucking building.
I watched Jingle All the Way recently, and I hadn't seen it for a very long time, but they make you like Arnold's like a used car salesman or something. It's just like a normal dude who like lives in a neighborhood with like his wife and his kid, and he's like this like gigantic dude who's like a used car salesman. It's so funny.
I was just gonna say that Push Button is throwing hands out there in chat saying Arnold made a lot of shitty kids movies. Kindergarten Cop and Last Action Hero are not shitty kids movies, bro.
Neither is Jingle All the Way. Yeah.
Those are fucking amazing.
So
Don't you even start Push Button. These are treasured childhood memories, man.
You see a grown muscular man go, "Nya."
What about Junior? Come on, bro. Or Twins? No? Nobody?
But some of these I'm too young for. But
Oh, Queen Anne said Junior. Yes, thank you, Queen Anne. So Arnold is a pregnant man and Junior.
oh, okay, got it. Yep.
You have a copy of that? Sick. Is it on VHS? I hope so. Also, take care of your VHS. I had the first 9 episodes of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon from the early 90s on VHS, and all the tape warped, and it's literally unwatchable. It's fucked. So I was very bummed about that. It's a DVD. Good.
Magnetic storage doesn't last forever.
No, it does not.
It includes like
film
fancy
fucking
modern
works.
SSDs and stuff. No.
Oh, Dave Bautista. Actually, Dave Bautista might be a good.
He's not Arnold though. Like he is good, but he's not Arnold.
He needs more action movies to be a part of.
And he's trying really hard to break away from being like cast as only like a giant muscular dude. He's kind of talked about it.
Yeah, I really like the Expendables. I thought that shit was great with like, Stallone and Arnold and Dolph. Like that shit was cool. They were obviously old in that, but I thought they were fun movies. And that's not to say like being old is bad. The point is that it's just not very convincing when you have like, a 65-year-old dude playing an action hero. It's kind of weird. If we're talking about that, have you guys seen Nobody? Bob Odenkirk? That shit goes so fucking hard. I know anime loves him some Nobody. All right, let's see if my DNS is back up. What in the fuck?
Brought to you by Upchuck Joe.
Give me one second.
Yeah, no worries. Gotta go log into my router. Dave Bautista and Jingle All the Way. Yes, sir. I already said that, but, we're going back to it. I don't even know where the fuck why my internet's being all fucked up right now. What do I need? I need to find this screenshot so that I can look at this thing. Log into this modem. You don't need to be young to fire guns at an intergalactic threat. Yeah, but like dodging missiles and, punching a guy through a ceiling type shit, like, it's just not as convincing when you're obviously an old dude, Is that it? Yes, we in there. All right, let's see what my modem is saying about my DNS resolver. I might have to manually set this to Google. Let's see. Dynamic DNS. They can body double all that shit if they need to. T3 basically metahumaned him. Did it really? I thought he looked okay in T3. But I also haven't seen T3 in a long time. I saw T2 in theaters. That was cool as fuck. Back when it came out. That was really fun. It scared me because I was a little young, but I ended up like fondly appreciating it, and I've watched it a lot later. The stuff that scared me was when like T1000 like, you know, made the blade arm to the stepmom like drinking milk or whatever the fuck. That was fucked up. That shit was crazy. All right, let's move this window over here. Bro, why are you like this?
They call him Flipper, Flipper.
Flipper, let's go. The assembly line soon was all CG Arnold and younger from. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm tracking. I'm with you on that now. Man, these ISP problems are just pissing me off. I cannot believe they fucked up DNS. Static host name. I think 888 is Google DNS resolvers.
Yeah.
Google.
A little tongue now, a lot of tail later.
I'm pushing changes to my modem while we're streaming, guys. Fuck. That didn't work. Instant failure to resolve. Oh, wait, did this actually reset yet?
All right, I'm probably gonna call it there.
Yeah, I think we're towards the end here. We're wrapping up. Chat is chilling. Everyone's mellowing out. The conversations were great, but I think we're towards the end of the stream here, so we'll probably let it rip. Yeah, no worries, Queen Anne. Yeah, it's time for us to end too. So perfect timing. Yeah, good luck with your combinatorics and stuff. You know, I think you'll be able to get it.
Alrighty, everybody. See you next Wednesday. More Hyperscape, probably.
Yeah, let's do some more Hyperscape stuff. All right, cheers, guys. Have a good one. Everyone have a great weekend. Also, wait, Tony. If you guys are unfamiliar, go check out Brightsidemovement's channel. He's going to be streaming later, and he's doing music producer challenge. So making music, it's very, very cool. Bro, what is the scuffed text that is happening right now in Twitch chat? Do you see that? What did you do?
I'm not on Twitch.
Fracta42 strobe. What in the fuck is happening? Dude, my like emotes are broken now? What?
Yeah, it looks normal to me.
Am I still here? What the fuck is going on? Like, shit is fucked, guys. All right, anyway. I'm going to take a screenshot and post it in Discord so you guys can see what the chat looks like, but this is crazy. Yo, thank you for the tree spam. I realize those are our emotes. Thank you, guys. Everyone have a good weekend. Guys. We will catch you later. Yeah, go follow Brightside and check him out. Peace out, guys.